to number 2 on semester 1 review number 7. Here we have a rational equation, and we're going to solve this by multiplying both sides of the equation by the least common denominator. But first we have to factor the expression here. So we have 11, we're going to factor x squared plus 3x minus 10 as x plus 5 times x minus 2. And then I'm going to look at this next expression, and I'm going to notice that I have a 2 minus x, and I really want an x minus 2. So I could factor out a negative 1. I'll do that up here. So if I have 2 minus x, I can factor out a negative 1, and that would leave me negative 2 plus x, which is the same thing as the opposite of x minus 2, which means I can rewrite the second expression here as minus, changing this sign to minus, 2 over x minus 2. That's going to be important because I really want to have the same terms in my denominator. And then I'm going to say that's equal to negative 5 over x plus 5. The least common denominator here is the product then of x plus 5 times x minus 2. And I'm going to multiply both sides of this equation by the least common denominator. This technique works really well because it'll clear all the fractions, and then I'm just going to have probably a linear equation to solve. So I'm going to multiply both sides of the equation by the least common denominator. So x plus 5 times x minus 2, I can think of that over 1. And then x plus 5 times x minus 2 over 1 on this side. When I distribute this to my first term, the x plus 5 and x minus 2's cancel out here. And that's just going to leave me with this first term of 11. And then minus, when I distribute here, you'll see how the x minus 2's would cancel out. So this is going to leave me with minus 2 times the quantity x plus 5. On the right-hand side, the x plus 5's cancel out, which leaves me negative 5 times x minus 2. And now I'll distribute. So I get 11 minus 2x minus 10 equals negative 5x plus 10. Combine like terms, I'll add 5x to both sides. So I'll get 3x. Here I have 11 minus 10 is plus 1 is equal to 10. Subtract 1 from both sides. 3x equals 9. Divide by 3. So x equals 3. And now I better make sure that 3 is part of the domain because I multiplied by variables. And it turns out that 3 is in the domain. The only values that are excluded from the domain would be values that make the denominator 0. So the domain is really all real numbers except x cannot be equal to 2 or negative 5. Since we got a solution of 3, that's going to work, and that is our answer.